Hey lovely people, and welcome back to a new video. Today I just want to have a quick chat with you guys. For most of you who don't know, but you probably realised by now, obviously my name, my brand name kind of thing that I do use everything for is Books and Psychology. I talk a lot about books on my channel. It's a booktube channel. If you're here, you probably like books. If not, you're probably just one of my friends and family, and hi. But I've never really spoke about the psychology part of my channel. So for those of you who don't know, I study psychology at university. I also have my tea here because it's a chatty video, and it's in my Dirty Dancing mug because I love Dirty Dancing and I'm not ashamed. Anyway, yeah, so I study psychology. It wasn't my first choice of what I wanted to do in life. I actually always kind of wanted to be a homicide detective, which is why I took a psychology A-level. But during A-levels, I just fell in love with the subject, and part of the reason of me falling in love with psychology was my own mental health experience. So I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder and clinical depression around the age of 17. I felt depressed from the age of 13, 14, same with panic attacks, but I never spoke to my family about it. I spoke to some friends about it, but not that many. I never went to the doctors about it or anything like that. It was a teacher at school who told me that I needed help and helped me to get that help. And I'm so grateful to her to this day. Like, she was an absolute saviour. I honestly don't know what I'd do without her. I still speak to her sometimes now. I bump into her when I go home. I go and visit her when she's at work because, like, I just honestly appreciate that woman so much. But yeah, I was diagnosed around the age of 17, and it was really, really scary for me. I didn't feel like I could really like talk to anyone about it, my family especially. Not for any particular reason. I just felt ashamed. That age was also when I got put on antidepressants, and I started therapy through CAMS. If you don't know what CAMS is, it stands for Child Adolescent Mental Health Services, and it's a free mental health service in the UK on the NHS that children can access. It does have a very long waiting time, however, but it is definitely worth the wait. For me it was anyway. A lot of people have had bad experiences with CAMS. My one personally was a great experience, and I don't know what I would do without my therapist through CAMS. But yeah, so A-levels was a really, really dark time for me, and that's what triggered most of my really, really bad mental health, as well as other life events that I'm not going to talk about. But it was university that really like helped me shape my mental health for the better. I, when living at home, relied a lot on my mum to get me out of bed. If I wasn't going to school, I literally lived like a 2-minute walk from the school that I went to. Yeah, I got to the point where I was late in sixth form just because I just wasn't getting out of bed. So I relied on my mum a lot to get me out of bed the days I wasn't at sixth form, because her and my dad both like work really early in the morning. So I used to wake up for school in sixth form after they'd left for work, so obviously they didn't get me up. But like on weekends and when I had work, I used to have to rely on my mom to get me up. I had to rely on her to make sure I had something to eat, and to make sure that I had clean clothes and I was showering and things like that. So when I moved to university, it was a really, really big thing for me. I had to rely solely on myself. Like, my mum wasn't going to be there to wake me up for my 9 a.m. lectures, or to make sure I was going to work, or making sure I was eating properly and things like that. So when I moved to university, like, that really, really helped my mental health. I've never, like, currently right now, I've never been in such a good mental state, and had such good mental well-being. Obviously I still struggle, my university experience has kind of saved me. My mental health did get very bad in first year, to the point where I basically didn't go into university for the whole of my second semester, because I felt so down and so depressed. If it wasn't for my best friend, I genuinely like don't know where I would be. Like, she was dragging me out every day, she was coming to see me, she was making sure I was drinking tea mostly, making sure I was eating. Like, she was my absolute savior, and if you're watching this, thank you and I love you. But I'm a big believer that your mental health shapes you in who you are. I wouldn't be who I am without my depression, without my anxiety. I wouldn't have met my best friend, I wouldn't have had the experiences I've had, I wouldn't have met my boyfriend, who has been absolutely fantastic, and has like took it upon himself to learn so much about like depression, and things like that in order to help me. I feel like knowing someone with mental health can really awaken things for other people. Like I said, like, my boyfriend had no idea about depression or what depression was until he'd met me. And I went through, at the beginning of our relationship, I went through quite a bad depressive episode when I moved home for summer. And I wasn't really talking to him, like, I wasn't really responding to him that much and things like that. And he went on holiday, and I really spoke to him whilst he was away. And he took it upon himself to like research depression, find out ways to help me and things like that. So I'm really grateful for him, and if you're watching it, hun, I love you, thank you again. But yeah, so my mental health is one of the reasons why I met my best friend, one of the reasons why I met my boyfriend, and have allowed me to have such a strong bond with both of them. Like I said, like, my best friend is absolutely incredible when it comes to mental health. My mental health, I can literally call her and she'll be like, okay, come on, like, we're gonna do this or we're gonna do that and stuff like that. Like, I feel like if you know, like I've just said, like, if you know someone with mental health, then you learn a lot about it. But personally, my depression, my anxiety has fluctuated my whole life. Like I said, there was points where I was on antidepressants. There was points in school where my anxiety was so bad, about being in public spaces or being like in crowds, that when we had assembly, I couldn't even sit with my form. I had to sit in the back of the assembly hall. I don't sit my exams in exams hall. I sit them in separate rooms because of how stressed out I get. So it does affect me, like, in a lot of ways and in different aspects of my life, but I feel like that's got a lot better now. But as a person, I cannot function without having a daily routine. I have to wake up in the morning, tell myself I need to get out of bed, I go to the toilet, I brush my teeth, I have a shower if I'm having a shower in the morning, and then I have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, I make my bed, and then I can start my day. I can't start my day without doing those things. Unless my boyfriend is asleep in bed, then I won't make the bed. He will, when he gets up, he will make the bed. I always come home to a made bed. But I have what a lot of people call high functioning depression. So even if I am in a depressive episode, I will still get up and go to work. I rely solely on myself for money. I don't rely or ask my parents or my family for money. My student loan is what pays my rent, so if I don't go to work, I don't eat. It's as simple as that. So I am high functioning in the regard that I will go to work, I will get my university work done. I might not physically go into university, but I will get my university work done. I am high functioning in that way. No matter how depressed I am, I will do those things. However, when I feel depressed or I feel down, I literally cannot pick up a book. I can't concentrate on a TV show, I usually just like stick Gilmore Girls on because I've seen it so many times. Like because I can't concentrate on anything, I don't have to concentrate on that. I usually just mindlessly scroll through my phone most of the time. One thing for me where I know when my mental health is slipping is my shower routine, which a lot of people might find weird, but I shower every day. I can't not shower. Oh, there's a fly. Go away, Mr. Fly. He's just gonna keep flying around my camera. Great. I can't not shower every day. If I don't shower every day, I feel so dirty, and the only times I don't shower every day is when I've slipped into a depressive episode. Personally, I try and not leave it longer than 3 days when I'm in a depressive episode to shower, because I'm so funny about cleanliness. Like, I can't, like, I hate having a dirty bed, I hate feeling dirty. Like, I literally will feel dirty every day if I don't shower. Like, as soon as I come home from work, I get in the shower. Even if I'm not doing it, like, haven't left the house at all, I will shower. Just because, like, for me, my personal cleanliness helps my mental health stay stable and positive. So that would be one of my, not triggers, but that would be one of my signs for me personally that I'm slipping in a depressive episode, is when I'm not showering every day. But I'm not going to go into too much detail about stuff like that. I actually have a Q&A that I'm going to be filming and putting up on Monday. I tweeted asking you guys to send me some questions, so you guys still have plenty of time to send me questions if you want to. You can tweet me, DM me, email me, message me on Discord, Instagram, whatever. But yeah, I'll answer more like questions like in depth on the Q&A. I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of my mental health before I do that. On another note, mental health stigma is still really, really bad. So I don't want people to feel like they can't speak about mental health. I'm a very, very big advocate for it. A lot of, like, a quarter of this bookshelf is mental health and psychology books. And very few of them are actually for university. Most of them are actually for my own benefit to read, because I love them so much. A lot of my YA fiction influence comes from mental health. But I want this channel, my Twitter, all my social network platforms, to be a safe space for anyone about anything, not even just mental health, about homophobia, transphobia, racism, like literally like anything, any negative experience you feel like you had, or positive experience regarding something you feel like you've had. I want you guys to be able to speak to me about it, post comments about it, tweet me about it. I want this platform to be a safe space for everyone, regardless of whether I can relate to what you've gone through or not. Just know that there is always someone here that you can speak to. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little overview, just of what my mental health is, and what I've dealt with. I am no longer on antidepressants. I have been off antidepressants since, it's been over a year actually. Yeah, since March 2019. So it's been a year since I've been off antidepressants. I do still struggle sometimes, but nowhere near as much as I did before I was on meds. Again, I combine meds with therapy, which was the best combination for me, and I feel like it is for a lot of people. But I will speak more about medication in my Q&A video, as I've already had someone ask me about that. But yeah, I kind of think that's it. If you guys like this little chatty video, let me know, and I will do some more of them. I just wanted to open up to you guys a little bit and just explain to you just some of the things that I've dealt with, and just the fact that I do have mental health issues, and I'm not ashamed of them. They make me who I am. So yes, on Monday, hopefully the Q&A will be live. There's still plenty of time to ask me questions, so go ahead and ask me questions if you want to ask me questions. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget this is a safe space if you guys want to talk about anything, and I love you all. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share, and I will see you guys soon with a new video.